How we doing, everybody? UFC Thoughts here, and today I'm going to be recapping UFC Noche, Lopez vs. Silva. Wrapped up a little bit ago. I have Canelo Crawford on my TV as I'm recording this video. Pretty good event. I'd say there were some pretty decent fights. The main event was really good. There were some other decent finishes on here as well. Pick-wise, I went negative for the first time on the year. I went 5-8-1, and I got the main event wrong. Speaking of which, I'm not usually like, man, I don't know the last time that I was this sad about the outcome of a fight. I don't know. This one hurt. I'll be honest. This one hurt pretty bad. Honestly, maybe Alex getting knocked out by Israel at 287. Maybe the last time I was, or maybe it was 278 when Kamaru lost. But yeah, I haven't been this. It was just the. All right, let me break down the fight and then get into my feelings about it. Round one, very clearly Diego Lopez round. You could argue even a 10-8 if you wanted. Very dominant round from Diego Lopez. On the feet early, John lands a good up kick. Not up kick, front kick, excuse me. Then he tries to throw a spinning back kick, gets taken down by Diego Lopez, and almost finished on the ground. Honestly, brutal ground and pound, elbows to the top of John's head, cuts him open really bad, welts him up pretty bad. All around, really good round from Diego Lopez. John gets up with like maybe a minute left to go in the round, lands some good shots, but there was too much damage done by Diego Lopez to even try and salvage that round. Round two rolls by. This was a really fun round to watch. These numbers are close, right? I guarantee about 12 to fucking 15 of these are in the finishing sequence, by the way, just letting you know. This was a really good round from John Silva up until the finish. John was pinging Diego's head back so many times. He was doing whatever he wanted, essentially, in this round, which eventually does lead to his downfall, in a sense, in this fight. Diego got 2 takedowns. He had his back on one of them, but John stood up and was able to peel the legs, kind of get Diego off of him. The second one, he did basically the same thing. Did a really good scramble to get back to his feet after getting inside control. He was hurting Diego a lot. It looked like Diego was gassing hard in this fight. In round two, he was very slow with his shot selection. He was very hesitant to throw. John was pinging his head back over and over again. In the final 30 seconds, John Silva, he kind of rushes in a little bit too hard, whiffs on a left hook, and Diego throws a spinning elbow that lands literally in the pitch-perfect spot on the temple of John Silva, sends him crashing to the canvas. Diego unloads a ungodly amount of ground and pound, some of it to the back of the head. It is what it is, and it gets stopped. I'm not mad at this stoppage, honestly. I could get on here and say early stoppage this. It was a good stoppage. Maybe let it go a second too longer. Maybe give it a little bit longer of a leash. I don't mind it, though, because it was a brutal elbow and the ground and pound. John wasn't moving a whole lot. He was just kind of covering up. He didn't try to get back to his feet a lot. And I'm not mad at the stoppage also following it, because John, when he got up, was pretty out of it, honestly. He looked pretty out of it when the ref stepped in, and he was pretty all over the place. He was really bloody. Didn't want to get on a stool. He was it was a rough sight. But yeah, Diego Lopez wins, finds the KO in the second round with a spinning elbow. I don't know what it is with featherweights getting spinning elbow KOs nowadays. I think they think this shit's cool or something. But yeah, this one hurt. This one hurt pretty bad, because you can tell John Silva is very high level. You can tell it just by this fight. He was beating the dog shit out of Diego in this second round. He looked really fucking good. And then he just rushed in and got... It reminded me a lot of, like, Wong Tong versus Gabby Fernandez a little bit, where you're like, oh, she's really good, and then she gets clipped and finished. So, yeah. That's about it. I thought John looked really good in the second round. Round one, obviously, dominant round. It was, again, off of a mistake from John Silva being a bit too aggressive, throwing a spinning wheel kick, he got basically Weidman'd in this scenario. He got Weidman'd pretty bad by Diego Lopez. And then round two, he was pinging him back and then got clipped with a spinning elbow. Diego called for either a title shot or another fighter. I say, if you're going to do Lerone versus Volk, which is what they're most likely going to do, Diego Mavzar is right there. They're probably going to be on a similar time schedule. Mavzar is going to be coming off an injury. You do Diego Mavzar too. I don't mind that fight at fucking all. John, on the other hand... I say you do John, maybe Arnold Allen when he's recovered because he's injured right now. I don't know, man. This one hurt. This one hurt pretty bad. And I got it wrong, which made it worse. I was so sad that I was like raging, honestly. I lit out. I was throwing a temper tantrum, honestly. I was like, fuck! I was so mad, dude. But great win from Diego Lopez. You can't hate him, dude. Diego's a fucking dog. And he put down the dog that is John Silva. So, John will be back. He'll learn. This is a very big learning experience for him. And also, it's not like he got, like, roofied. All right, whoa, that sounds really bad out of context. Roofie, like Mauricio Roofie. At least he didn't get, like, absolutely schooled. John genuinely was teeing the fuck out of Diego Lopez in the second round. He was beating his ass. And then he got clipped by a spinning elbow. Same with, like, Bahalio. Bahalio got literally shown levels across fight. I would have been... The thing that makes this so much worse is that John, you could tell that he's high level in round two. He actually looked really good. If John would have lost a decision, I wouldn't have been that mad, because I've been like, he lost a decision to Diego Lopez. It is what it is. It's the fact he got finished very early as well, and had a bad first round. All in all, just kind of a... man. Great win for Diego Lopez. Adds to his resume. Adds to Volkanovski's legacy, honestly, in a way. Diego bouncing back from that loss to knock out fucking John Silva. Who would have fucking thought? So, great win for Diego Lopez. John will be back. We move to the co-main event, Rob Font versus David Martinez. This fight also kind of pissed me off. Round one, very clearly David Martinez. He was schooling Rob Font on the back foot in round two. Just very fast. Rob didn't really do a whole lot in round one. He landed a really good shot, but that wouldn't win him the round. Round two, these numbers make it seem like David would have won this round. This is a very clear Rob Font round, though. He was walking David Martinez backwards, landing good shots. All in all, looking like a traditional Rob Font fight. It looked like David Martinez was gassing pretty hard in round two. He wasn't throwing a whole lot. Then round three rolled up. And randomly, David Martinez got a second wind and just started beating the shit out of Rob Font, I guess. Hurt Rob Font on multiple occasions. Hurt him, I want to say 3 times. This round actually went on a couple more seconds, almost to the point where it was like Rob Font, like the ref thought that Rob Font was getting finished. Like he waved it off in a way. They let the round go on for an extra fucking 10 seconds. That's how loud the crowd was. Yeah, David looked so much better in round 3 than he did round 2. It made no sense to me. He just literally got a second wind. And then Rob Font started to look gassed in round 3. So, great performance from David Martinez, honestly. Round 1, round 3, very clearly. Good striking on the back foot. In round 3, he actually went on the front foot more than he ever did in this fight, which ended up getting him the win. He dug deep, found his shots, and won the fight. Congratulations to David Martinez. My big issue with this is that David Martinez is now going to be ranked number 9 at fucking bantamweight. See, here's my thing. What the fuck does David Martinez do in the top 10 of fucking bantamweight? Let's be honest with ourselves, guys. The fuck does this guy do? Very talented prospect. Very fast. How old is David Martinez? How old is he? He's 27, so he's got some years for him. I would have liked to see this fight in the future, not now, especially considering the fact that he fucking won. I think this is going to be an Alexander Hernandez type level career from David Martinez. We'll see him come on a resurgence fucking 6 years in the future. See you in fucking 2031, David, when you start to actually rack up some other actually good wins. Yeah, I don't know. Really good performance of David Martinez. I actually don't like the outcome, though, because this is just going to ruin his career. They're going to fucking give him some monster next. They're going to give him fucking Corey coming off the Marab loss, and he's going to fucking lose. So, I don't know. This was a case of a short notice fight going right for some people, going wrong for the long term, honestly, for David Martinez. He's just going to get tuned up by a couple actually, like, good ranked fighters. So, yeah. Good win for David Martinez, though. Really showed out in round 3. We move to the featured fight. Rafa Garcia, Jared Gordon. This fight pisses me off. First of all, round 1 was pretty clearly Rafa Garcia. I thought round 1 goes to Rafa Garcia pretty easily. Round 2, bad IQ from Jared Gordon and a mix of bad judging, honestly. If you guys don't know, Jared Gordon was cooked anyway this fight went. If he survived the barrage in round 3, it wouldn't have mattered. He was down 2 rounds on the judges' scorecards, even though I thought that Jared clearly did enough to win round 2. Hurting Rafa Garcia on multiple occasions, tagging him up pretty bad. And all in all, I thought landing the better shots, even though the end of the round looked kind of suspect because he got put in a darce. And no, that was Kelvin Gastelum, actually. It was a guillotine, right, from Rafa Garcia at the end of round 2, I believe. Pretty bad. Or was that round 3? I don't know. Round 3, Rafa Garcia started teeing up Jared Gordon. Ended up finding a brutal right hand when Jared Gordon was coming in. Ended up finishing him with ground and pound. Really brutal shit. Actually, I think he survived a submission. He knocked him down and then went for a guillotine. And then, no, wait, what am I thinking of? What submission did he put him in? Was it a rear naked choke that he survived and then he fucking just started elbowing the fuck out of his head? I think it was something like that. Yeah, brutal shit for Rafa Garcia. What makes me mad, though, is Jared Gordon, according to fucking, I don't know who tweeted it, honestly. Jared Gordon got hit by a fucking car yesterday. He got hit by a fucking car, and he decided to fight. That's why he had that unk-ass knee brace on. He got hit by a fucking vehicle yesterday and was passed by medicals. How the fuck does that even make any sense, dude? We're letting the guy, he was in a fucking car. It wasn't like, I don't know if he was in a car and it sounded, the way the guy put it sounded like he just got hit by a fucking car. Which, by the way, what the fuck are you doing getting hit by a fucking vehicle, bud? What, are you walking down fucking the highway? What are we doing? Anyways, great win for Rafa Garcia. Gets a knockout win over Jared Gordon. Beat him better than Paddy Pimblett did. Beat him better than Nasrat Haqparast did. I guess Rafa Garcia's him. I guess. I don't know. God, I got all 3 of these fights. Dude, I did so shit on this fucking card. Oh my god. Great win for Rafa Garcia. Great knockout. We move to fucking... God, he's so fucking fat. Look at him! What are you doing? You are so obese. Fuck. Kelvin Gastelum versus Dustin Stoltzfus. This was a close fight, honestly. Round 1, I gave very clearly to Dustin Stoltzfus, honestly. Round 2 was very clearly to Kelvin Gastelum. Round 3 was pretty fucking close. I gave it to Kelvin Gastelum. I thought he landed the better shots. This was a kind of a close fight, honestly. It was kind of shocking to me how close it was. I thought that Dustin Stoltzfus, who I've seen get chinned by, people who aren't as skillful, I'd say, maybe, than Kelvin. Survived 3 rounds with him. But also, I'm going to say this. If Kelvin had to cut the extra 5 pounds, I think Dustin Stoltzfus actually probably would have beat him. Because Dustin was landing really good shots on Kelvin Gastelum. It's just Kelvin just took all of them. Because he's fat as shit. And also Kelvin just was able to absorb everything because fucking look at the state of this man. This guy almost beat Israel Adesanya, by the way. In his peak. Peak Izzy. This fucking blob of a fucking man almost beat him. His girlfriend is so bad, too. I'm envious of Kelvin. I wish I could fucking, like, look like this and then miss weight and still be employed. Look at this guy. Look at him. They only took away 35% of this dude's fucking paycheck, by the way. This is like his fucking 5th time in the UFC having a weight issue. Because he wants to eat fucking tacos before... You eat tacos 3 weeks before fucking weigh-ins. Who the fuck do you think you are? He hurt Dustin Stoltzfus quite a few times in round 2. Dropped him bad. Round 3, kind of similar, but it is what it is. Round 1 was very clearly. Dustin Stoltzfus used a lot of good kicks. Kicked the leg of Kelvin. Kicked the body a lot. Dustin, I liked his game plan. It's just he's just not athletic enough. Honestly, that's the reason why a guy like Dustin Stoltzfus, if you give him just like a little bit more athleticism, he beats Kelvin Gastelum. Honestly, I'm being so dead ass with you. But yeah, it was a fun fight. It was fun. But Kelvin, Jesus fucking Christ, buddy. We move to Alexander Hernandez versus Carlos Diego Ferreira. Bald Diego. Man. This was kind of a mid-fight, honestly. I gave round 1 to Carlos Diego Ferreira. I thought he landed some really good shots. He was on the front foot the entire time. Round 2 rolled by. It was much of the same thing. I guarantee you maybe 9 of these, actually maybe even more of these numbers are in the finishing sequence. Basically, Alexander was doing fucking nothing on the back foot the entire time, backing up. Carlos was kicking his body a lot, threw a lot of kicks. He entered in a little too overzealous, like John did a little bit in round 2. Got clipped with a left hook, I want to say. Got dropped really bad. This was a really late finish. Carlos took irreparable damage in this fight, in the finishing sequence. So, Carlos might never be the same, honestly, after this. That was a brutal... like, when I tell you maybe 12 of these significant strikes are in the finishing sequence alone, I'm being so dead ass. He hit him so many times to try and finish this fight. Are these the numbers? There might be... Those are the numbers, I guess. That doesn't even make any sense to me. Alexander does it again, 2 times in a row that he's knocked out 2 guys that I thought was going to beat him with a punch. So, just fading backwards, hitting them when they're coming in. So, what do I know? What do I fucking know about the sport? Like, you know, like this card right here, just like, it's times like this that I need like to really lock in, because I'm like, damn, I went 5-8 and 1 on this card. Like, looking at this fucking main card, bro, I went 2-4 on the main card, 3-4-1 on the prelims. I am so shit at this thing called predicting. Yeah, great win by Alexander Hernandez, I guess. We move to the start of the main card. Santiago Luna versus Kwang Lee. This is a pretty wild fight. They didn't credit Kwang Lee with a knockdown, but he dropped Santiago Luna in the first 12 seconds. Landed a left hook early on, dropped him bad, but didn't try and find a finish or anything. He just let him get back up with no repercussions. You know, it's whatever. But Santiago Luna kind of found his way into the fight, started exchanging pretty well. Found a left hook of his own. They exchanged left hooks. Kwang missed his. Santiago landed his. Dropped Kwang Lee bad. Kwang Lee got back up. Dropped again. Not dropped. It was like a protest versus Li Jingliang type thing where he was like, his knees were buckling, but he was still up. You know what I mean? And then he dropped him again with another left, or it was like a right hook and then a left hook follow-up. The left hook didn't really do much. It was all the right hook that landed on like his jaw. And then he found a finish. So, great win for Santiago Luna. Short notice, debut, 21 years old. pretty fun, I'd say. Pretty well-rounded as well. Yeah. Like, I don't want to see him getting dropped by Quang Lee. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of that. But, you know, good win. It's a good win for the boy. So there's that. Yeah, Border Boy. I'm a fan of Border Boy. He's pretty chill. We move to the featured prelim. Jose Daniel Medina versus Dusko Todorovic. Yeah. Jose Daniel Medina does not belong in the UFC. We've known this for ever since the Contender Series, but they decided to employ this guy just because he has a somewhat good shin, which has been disproven in his last 2 fights wholeheartedly. I know he got submitted in this fight, but he got hurt really bad by Dusko Todorovic in this fight, and then taken down and then submitted really badly and really brutally. So basically, Dusko walked down Jose Daniel Medina, tagged him up pretty bad, and then just finished him with a submission. It was nothing special because it's Jose Daniel Medina at the end of the day, and he is actually hot fucking garbage. So who really gives a shit at the end of the day? Good win for Dusko Todorovic. Good win. We move to Claudio Puelles versus Joaquim Silva. You want to know another fight I raged at? It was this one. Because I had already, like, this card, I was already doing so shit at the start. I was like, this is not a good one for me. I already can feel it. Claudio won the first round very clearly. Claudio looks so good in the first rounds of every fight. I don't know if you guys, like, dude, he looks so strong. His control ability looks so fucking good. His striking, he's actually somewhat fast on the feet. Round 2, very clearly Joaquim Silva's round. Hurt Claudio a couple times. Got jumped on a submission attempt. Was the closest to finishing the fight, I'd say. Round 3 rolled by. Listen, these numbers make it seem like Joaquim Silva was dominating this round. Claudio was winning 4 minutes and 50 seconds of this round. And then he got fucking knocked down. If he would have shot a fucking takedown and just, like, tried to ride out the rest of the round, I guarantee you he would have won. Up to this point in the round, Claudio landed the best punch. He had so much control time. And then he just gets dropped in the last, like, 10 seconds and loses. Yeah, this one pissed me off extremely because Claudio can for sure beat Joaquim Silva. I fucking know he can. It's just he didn't. I'm pissed. But yeah, Claudio Puelles, he got it was a brutal fucking hook combination from Joaquim Silva, though, to be fair. He hurt him really fucking bad. I don't know how this is a split decision, honestly. I thought rounds 2 and 3 were very clearly Joaquim Silva, by the way. I don't know how this is a split decision. But at the end of the day, who gives a shit? Joaquim won. The right guy won. But, yeah. Claudio could have won this fight if he just had a bit more IQ and just a bit more heart at the end of the day. So, great win from Joaquim Silva. Again, proving that he's somewhat... I don't even know. We move to Tatiana Suarez versus Amanda Lemos. The worst fight I've ever seen this year. I'm going to be honest with you. This fight was hot dog ass. It was either this one or Montserrat Rendon, which we'll get to next. This fight was hot fucking garbage. Round 1 and 2 were just Tatiana and Amanda Lemos hugging the entire time. Round 3, some shit finally happened. Amanda Lemos was like, you know what? I'm not going to get taken down. I'm going to walk you down and land some stuff. And Tatiana Suarez was like, you're going to be able to do that to me because I'm dog shit at fighting. God. I'm a goblin. Ah! And then Amanda Lemos just started going fucking sicko mode on her, beating the shit out of her. She honestly was close to finding a finish. I'm going to be honest. She was beating the shit out of Tatiana Suarez with the ground and pound. Like, it was like, I was like, as a Tatiana Suarez player, I was like, you better not fucking stop this fight. I swear to God. I was like, if you stop this fight, I'm gonna fucking skin you alive, dude. I was like, I was so pissed. Yeah, Amanda Lemos did really good in the third round, in like the final minute, I'd say. That's about it. This fight was hot dog ass, though, for the rest, the 14 other minutes. So, yeah. a win for Tatiana. Not a good win. You don't fucking deserve good for that type of shit, alright? Verna Jandiroba shows a good win over Amanda Lemos, okay? Future strawweight goat, by the way, Verna Jandiroba. I'm putting her in my YouTube banner. I just spat fucking everywhere. We move to Jesus Aguilar versus Luis Gurley. This shit's fucking stupid. Round 1, very clearly Jesus Aguilar. Very, very clearly Jesus Aguilar was teeing up Luis Gurley. Luis Gurley was doing that thing where he's like, I'm going to weather the storm with this motherfucker. I'm going to beat his ass. Round 2 I gave to Luis Gurley. I thought he landed the best shots of the round. Some judges, I think 2 judges score this contest, 30-27. Get a fucking life. Round 3, though, is a clear Jesus Aguilar round. I don't know why they didn't credit him with a knockdown. He knocked down Luis Gurley. So, because these numbers would have you believing, oh shit, did Luis Gurley get robbed? No, he didn't. I thought he lost the first and third round. And you want to know how you know I'm not biased? I picked Luis Gurley, okay? I had to watch my screen and be like, yep, he lost that decision. I'm going to fucking blow my brains out. I did that so many times watching this card. I was like, yep, lose the decision. Yeah, okay. Like smiling through the pain. Yeah, Jesus Aguilar landed really big shots in round 3. So did Luis Gurley, to be fair. He landed some big shots of his own. But he got knocked down in round 3, which was the biggest moment of the round. And I don't think the damage that he did to Jesus Aguilar amounted to Jesus Aguilar's knockdown and other damage he did throughout the round. And round 1 was the clearest round of the entire fight. So Luis Gurley's plan was somewhat coming to fruition. It wouldn't have mattered, though. He probably would have lost anyways, because I think 2 judges... it was either 1 or 2 judges gave the second round to Jesus Aguilar, which is like, what? But anyways, good win for Jesus Aguilar. Luis Gurley. Just how bad is Nick Piccinini, by the way? What a shitter. We move to Zachary Reese versus Cedric Dumas. Cedric Dumas lost a testicle, it seems. Can I just say, from the first minute of this fight, it looked like Cedric was going to win, though. Which, oh, dude. If that would have happened, bro, dude, I would literally I don't know what, I can't say that. Cedric was looking somewhat fluid on the feet in the first minute, and I was like, That was because I was already 1-2 at this point. I was like, no. This is not gonna happen. Yeah, Cedric essentially, he was looking decent, and then Zachary kicked him in the nuts. He couldn't continue. He had to I don't know. He couldn't stand up. It was like his testicle went numb, and he was like, I can't fucking feel my left nut. Or was it his right nut? I don't know. He's like, my right nut's numb as shit, man. And then they were like, can you stand up? And he was like, no, I can't stand up. And then they were like, do you want us to? He was like, no, don't stop it, but I can't stand up. And they're like, if you keep saying that, we're going to stop it. He's like, I can't stand it. And they're like, all right, okay. We're going to stop this fucking fight. So, no contest. Cedric Dumas, get fired, pussy boy. We move to Alessandro Costa versus Alden Correa. Alden looks good in his debut. Very clearly wins. Well, it's not, he knocked him out, but round 1 looked really sharp on the feet. He trains with Joshua Van. I didn't know that. Pretty sharp on the feet. Had some good takedown attempts in there as well. Round 2, he was looking good. Had his back taken for a little bit, which was like, oh shit, it might become an Alessandro Costa round. Hey. And then Alessandro Costa, a BJJ black belt, just completely forgot how to hold back position. He was like, oh wait, I can feel him moving my foot to break my fucking, fuck, why can't I even think of the name of the term? Fucking, who gives a shit? His seatbelt or whatever it is. I don't know. The seatbelt thing. I don't know. That's not the name of it, but I can feel him breaking that. I'm not going to do anything about it, though. And then Alden Correa, reverse position, ended up on top, elbowed the shit out of him. Alessandro broke his pinky toe. Round 3 rolled by. Alden hurt him with a head kick. The head kick that he throws lands. You can tell because Alessandro was a little bit delayed. He lands on the temple. He goes like, he looks fine, and then he's like, whoa. He's like, whoa. And then Alden like throws a couple punches, and Alessandro Costa reacts like he has trisomy 21. He's just like, he's getting pinballed against the fucking cage. Alden, Holly Holm. Oh, no, that's Holly Madison. That's DeMarcus Cousins. What's Boogie doing there? Alden, yeah, great finish by, what was I going to say? By Alden Correa. A really good finish. Alessandro Costa. I don't know what to say to you, bro. Get better. We move to, her name is not Montserrat? Montse Rendon versus Alice Pahea. Dude, this chick is ass. Dude. Bro, I got fucking swindled by this chick, bro. She is fucking hot dog shit, dude. Oh, shit. I thought she didn't take a single step forward this entire fight, dude. She was on the back foot the entire time. Good usage of your size for the weight class, lady. You're fucking buns. Round 1. I did give her round 1, though. I will say. Round 1 I thought was Alice Pahea. I thought she landed the best shots. At the end of the round was the only time she walked forward. Round 2, very clearly Montse Rendon. All right. She had a takedown. She was beating the shit out of her midway through the round, and then Alice Pahea tried to get it back. Round 3, I thought round 3 was pretty close. I thought, honestly, this fight could have gone to her, to be honest. This could have gone to Alice Pahea, but she just did fucking nothing to try and prove it that way. She did absolutely nothing to try and win this fight, I'm going to be honest with you. It was a lot of bullshit from her. Just backing up. Man, really good footwork from Alice Pahea. She's backing up and she's circling around the cage and doing absolutely fucking nothing. She keeps circling out because she's against the fence, but then she keeps circling to guess where? On the fence. And then she keeps circling and circling. It was the dumbest fucking definition of insanity I think I've seen in my life. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. This chick literally was just like, oh, I'm gonna fucking circle. I'm circling again. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Dude, she didn't try and maintain the center at fucking all. It was pissing me off watching it. She's fucking hot doo-doo garbage. Sign way too early. Let her get a couple more bum fights in fucking the jungle. Montse Rendon, you're not good either. Don't think that you're good because you beat a 19-year-old. We move to the start of the entire card. Rodrigo Cezinando versus Daniil Donchenko. This is a wild fight. Daniil beat the shit out of Rodrigo Cezinando, to be honest. It was pretty brutal to watch. Hurt him on the feet multiple times. Cut him open bad with an elbow. And then it looked like Daniil was gassing a little bit. He was slowing down, and then he just that's a wrong choice of words. He had a really explosive moment at the end of the round where he just started teeing off on Rodrigo. It was after, I think it was either a low blow or an eye poke, I forget, on Rodrigo. But Daniil just started going berserk on him. Hurt him really bad, dropped him. I think it was like a left hook or something. Ended up finding the finish. Good win for Daniil Donchenko. This guy actually looks good. This is another tough guy that actually looks solid. And it was also a pick I got right. So that's a cherry on top of that. UFC Noche. The third installment to UFC Noche was pretty alright. I'll say. It was pretty alright. So, John lost, so I'm pretty fucking depressed about that. I went 5-8-1. I went negative. The first time I go negative all year, it's fucking dreadful. I didn't go negative by 1. All right. I went technically, if you count like the draw, I went 5-9 on this card, or the no contest rather. I went 5-9 on this card. Like total fights allotted. So yeah, that's pretty dog shit. I'll try and do better next fight card, which is UFC Perth. We have a week off. But yeah, if you liked the video, give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. Leave a comment down below. What were your guys' thoughts on the main event? Do you guys think John Silva will bounce back from his loss? Like I said, next week we have no UFC fights. I'll try and get some more content out for you guys. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.